Might that be?
Is that you, sir?
No, it's not. It's not. I'll take all the credit, but none of the blame, as they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
Because
any
we know.
fourth plans, by the way, Jace? We
I
haven't asked
don't
you.
actually. I mean, Pepper's got a little bit of an upset stomach, so I'm gonna go home and check on him.
Oh,
But
no.
I think I'm just gonna. I haven't worked the fourth in many, many years, and so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to our back patio and take in the fireworks.
There you go.
Great idea.
I mean,
I'm gonna
what do you
carry
have
this
time
guy along
for?
with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know,
4,
exactly.
5, 6, 7, and then
11.
11.
Who knows? I might be on go tomorrow.
He's everywhere.
Who knows? All right, there's a beautiful Independence Day. Yes, of course, a full-throated excitement across Northeast Ohio. 85 degrees is what we're up to right now. We've sort of kind of climbed a little bit over the past couple hours or so. 60-degree dew point temperatures, humidity levels at about 43%. Not a bad day at all. With that north-northwest wind, roughly 5 to 6 miles per hour, I think we're doing pretty good. Temperatures are cooking all across the area. Look at Norwalk, 87 degrees along with Elyria, 81 here in Cleveland, 81 as you can see there in Chardon. That 81 degree is the Berkeley front camera, at least the reading, just in case you're wondering. 86 down in Dover, 85 for our friends there in Millersburg, and all across Northeast Ohio, we're dealing with that 10, perhaps even up to 15 degree, 24-hour warm up. Yes, we still have a lake breeze across the area cruising right on in from the north, and that'll likely remain in place. But tomorrow, that is going to be changing. So it's still going to be quite warm and a little bit stuffy overnight tonight. But dry, yes, indeed. So if you're down in Akron, maybe even going down to Akron, you'll come up for the game here at 7:10, and then you'll go back down there. The Rib White and Blue Festival sounds oh so good. That is going to be happening at Lock 3. 9:45 is their kickoff towards the fireworks. Mid-70s for them all across the region. I think they'll likely remain in the mid to upper 70s. But you can see for the next 3 days, they'll be in the 80s and then slowly but surely cruising back into the 70s once we get into Friday behind that cold front. Air quality alert issue is still going to be something that we're going to be keeping a tab on for the rest of the evening. We got that low level moisture in place. We got the cloud cover arriving overnight tonight. We got the fog moving back in. And of course, we got fireworks. So we got a melting pot of issues that we're going to be dealing with, mainly in our urban areas. So if you're going to be going to any sort of fireworks tonight, maybe sitting outside, just keep this on your radar. Unhealthy for some, not all, with that air quality issue. So here's our headlines for the rest of the week. Wednesday through Thursday, heat index values into the 90s, not like the triple digits down south, but it'll certainly be a little bit something more than what we're used to dealing with here across the Buckeye State. Pop-ups possible on Wednesday. Widespread storms potential for the Buckeye State, maybe minimal for some, maybe moderate for others. We're going to be tracking that in just a few, but the weekend peak looks much cooler, mainly staying in the 70s for both Saturday as well as Sunday. Lake forecast for tomorrow looks good as well. Wave heights roughly 1 to 2 feet. Look at our rain chances over the next few days here. We get a slight uptick, you can see there, but Thursday I think it's going to be more along the lines of 50 to 70% rather than just a hard 50. 15% you can see by Friday and Saturday, and we uptick that a little bit for early next week on Sunday, leading in towards Monday. Heaviest rainfall is going to be north and also west. I think we can average anywhere from a ½ inch up to maybe an inch or so between Wednesday night into first half of Friday. Not an all-out washout, not a gully washer, certainly not expecting any flooding issues associated with this frontal boundary. Now here's your National Design Mart forecast. Notice we start to get a little bit increase in our moisture once we get into Wednesday evening. There's the frontal boundary moving in, starting west towards east, moving in roughly around the high noon hour for us on Thursday. Because we'll have that afternoon heating, we could see some of those stronger storms kind of bubble on up. We'll have southerly winds out ahead of the frontal boundary, and then we have a different wind direction coming in behind that, so we could equate with it a little bit of atmospheric sort of tension between the south wind and that north wind. By Friday afternoon, we start to clear things out. I think we're going to say a few clouds and maybe even a little bit of sun expected on Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies by Sunday. A low-level moisture be moving north into the area, so we'll track a few showers and maybe even a rumble or two on Sunday evening. And I think a little bit of the moisture kind of carry over into Monday as well with an isolated thunderstorm threat. So as we look ahead here, here's the Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day outlook. Above average precipitation likely, so we'll have cooler than normal temperatures for us. Below average precipitation for the Four Corners region, the Rockies, even down towards the Lone Star State. Obviously, that'll keep them in the upper 90s, perhaps even triple digits for surface temperatures. Heat index values certainly for them, at least 102 to probably 110. Coming from Austin, I know what that feels like, and it doesn't feel pretty. Here's that Union Home Mortgage 7-day outlook. Staying in the upper 80s for us. PM storms likely for us on Thursday. Much cooler there for Friday. 70s for afternoon highs. Even some 50s expected on Saturday morning, remaining in the 70s with some clouds and even some sun. That low-level system will be moving in for us on Sunday. Mid to upper 70s expected. A few showers. And look at that. Monday and Tuesday remaining in the low 80s with an isolated storm threat both days on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Matt and Izzy?
All right. Well, we're in the mid to upper 80s right now. My dad just came in from Houston, but he walked outside. He's like, this is great. He's like, it feels cool to him, you know, because they were just having these insane temperatures, as you know.
He can breathe here as opposed to Houston.
Exactly. So we'll take it.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jason.
Thanks, Jace.